Okay, just a little closing activity about slopes. It says find the value for x or y. Sometimes it's x, sometimes it's y. So you have a line that goes through these 2 points, 2, 4, and then you don't know what the x is, but you know it's 8 for the y. The slope is equal to -2. Okay, your job is to find what value for x would go there to give you a slope of -2. So you're going to make this into a proportion. And over here, you're going to put what your slope is, -2, and you're going to put a 1 underneath it. Now, over here, you're going to use your y minus y, x minus x formula. This is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. Now, put your minuses. Now, what I normally tell you is start with the higher x value. You got 2 and then x. Well, I don't know what the higher x value is because I don't know one of the x's. So I'm going to start with the x, okay, the one I don't know, because, again, I don't have a higher one. Remember, 8 goes on top. The y's go on top. X goes on bottom. Then 4 on top, 2 on bottom. Well, I know 8 minus 4 is 4. I don't know what x minus 2 would be. And then I use my A, B, C, D method to solve it. So I equal my parentheses. Now I'll be taking A times B equals C times D. So A is 4, B is 1. C would be -2. D would be 1x plus -2. Okay, again, I'm putting a 1 there, making it plus negative. So over here, 4 times 1 is 4. And over here, we have to distribute the -2. So -2 times 1 is -2x. And then -2 times -2 is +4. So plus 4. So my x is being multiplied by -2. But first, before I divide, I got to get rid of that 4. So I'm minus 4, minus 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Keep your head together here. And then we divide by -2. Well, 0 divided by -2 is 0, so x equals 0, okay? So go put 0 under your x, so 0, 8 completes the coordinate and has that slope. Okay, my slope here is 3 over 1. So again, y minus y, x minus x. So that's x, that's y, that's x, that's y. Now I see both of the x coordinates, 4 and 5. I start with the higher one. So that y goes on top and the 5 directly under it. Then 3 on top, 4 under it. Well, 5 minus 4 is 1, okay? Then I go A, B, C, and D. I wrote a bunch of crap there, so I'm going to do my I'm going to do my parentheses down here. So A times B equals C times D. So A is going to be y minus 3, and B is 1. C is 3, D is 1. Okay, over here, may put a 1 in front, make it plus negative, and then distribute your 1. So 1 times 1y is 1y, and then 1 times -3 is -3, so that's the same as minus 3. And over here, 3 times 1 is 3. So I dot my letter. I got to move that minus 3 over by adding it, so that's 6 divided by 1, and 6 divided by 1 is 6. So go ahead up here and just scribble out your y and put 6, and that's a coordinate point. Okay, my next problem, you got 2, 4, and x 8. So my slope is -1/2. Now, when you have a negative slope, put the negative with the top. The bottom's still going to be positive. Okay? All right, then xy, xy. Get those minuses up because you're going to use the slope formula, y minus y, x minus x. Okay, so I got 2 and x. So again, I don't have a larger x because I don't know what one of the x's is. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to put 8 on top, x on bottom. And over here I put 4 on top, 2 on bottom. So that's 4. So I'll be taking A times B and then C times D. So A times B, C times D. A is going to be 4, B is going to be 2. C is -1, and D is 1x plus -2. So over here I know 4 times 2 is 8. Over here I distribute. -1 times 1x is -1x. -1 times -2 is +2, so +2. Okay, so I need to subtract the 2 from the 8, which is 6. And then I go divide. -6 equals x, or x equals -6. So I go here, and that coordinate was -6, 8. Okay, last one. xy, xy. Okay, so the x's, I got 3 and 1, so I'm going to want to start with this one. Y on top, 3 on bottom. 9 on top, 1 on bottom. And then my slope is -5 over 2. Okay, so this is A, this is B. Multiplying those will give me the same thing as when I multiply C and D. It is a proportion. So I take A times B, C times D. So A is Y minus 9. I'll put a 1 in front, make the 9 plus negative. And the B is 2. C is -5. D, 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so I just put 2 there. Okay, so I use the distributive property. 2 times 1y would be 2y. 2 times -9 would be -18. -5 times 2 would be -10. Then I dot and circle. Got a -18 there, so we need to add 18 to take that to 0, and that gives me 8 on that side. So 2 times y equals 8, divide by 2, and y equals 4. Okay, and I want you to do the 2 problems on the back.